You like inflicting pain on a kid but can't handle pain in return? My parents strongly encouraged us kids to stand up for ourselves. We knew that, as long as we were justified, they would always have our backs. No one was off limits. Teachers, administrators, other kids, or, in this case, even an adult acquaintance. My parents were throwing a large house party with over 100 guests, consisting of friends and friends of friends. I was 10 at the time and decided that I would play greeter at the door. This one muscular guy arrives who was barely an acquaintance of my parents. I stuck my hand out to shake his hand in welcome, as I was doing with all the newly arrived guests. Apparently, this jerk was the kind of man who thought it funny to squeeze young boys' hands to the point of pain in some macho dominance display. As soon as the pressure on my hand got to the point of pain, I announced to him, "Hey, you are hurting my hand." Jerk just grinned at me and kept increasing the pressure on my hand. I said again, "You are hurting me." Jerk just chuckled and kept squeezing. Since this guy wasn't listening to my verbal boundary, I realized I had to make it serious. So I swung my leg back and proceeded to give him a very solid kick in the nuts. Clearly this was the right approach, as he immediately let go of my hand while howling in pain. The music was loud, so only people right by the door heard this. My dad just happened to be approaching the front door at this time, and the jerk loudly protested to him, "Dad, your son just kicked me in the nuts!" Dad looked at me with a question in his eyes. I responded, "He was hurting my hand and wouldn't stop when I asked him to." Dad just nodded to me in approval, gave the jerk a stern look, and then carried on. Jerk looked around and realized that he had no support. He left soon thereafter, and when I saw him again in the future, he was quite respectful of me. The pain and trauma of a kick in the nuts apparently provided him with the motivation to grow as a person.